What do you know? It worked. Of course it worked, because you all are so much more knowledgeable than I. Thank you so much, Sabercat, for suggesting that I teleport to a friendly wizard inside Selenopolis, which just happened to be the one that's spinning right there. If you don't know how to do it, make sure you can at least go to that world. I don't know how you would do it otherwise, but you can click on that social right there, and the very first one is friendly players, and you can just see who's in what area. And since how this was a level 1 wizard in Selenopolis, I was pretty sure they were not going to be doing any bosses, plus I could see that they weren't on a quest. But you could see which quest they are. I didn't want to accidentally port into a battle and die, or get them killed. So let's check out these spells. Harmony's behind me, and I'm not going to go talk to her. Crystal, I would say don't let me down, but you know. Train. Okay, we have Shade Trap. This one is Weaving rank 3. Ooh, how pretty. It is a plus 40% Ice Trap, 2 of those. And then converts damage to ice damage. Cool. I'm guessing that might be a running theme with balance. Is the balance convert? It only converts it into whatever school spell that you're learning. That's interesting. So maybe if you're using a balance one, it can turn it into ice damage and use up at least one of these ice traps. That's cool, because first it puts down the traps, then it does converting the balance damage to ice damage. Okay, for Weaving rank 1, Frozen Swarm. Sadly, we already have this one. It's called Polar Storm, but let's check it out anyway. First it does 315 ice damage, then puts a 40% trap, looks like universal, on the target per harmful charm on the caster. Up to 2 of those. That's really nice. I don't like that the spell is literally just reused Polar Swarm, but as a nice utility, let's go to Old Sage, Old Spice. I just realized those were flowers. How pretty. Ah, look at that, Story Trap. Also, Weaving rank 2, and this one is the same thing. 40% myth traps, then converts the balance damage to myth damage. Now, I was curious about which spells you needed to weave together to make Mind Blown, which is a brand new spell. As far as I know, it's never been in the game before. Yeah, I'm guessing that's Power Nova and Minotaur. Why would they not use Cyclops? That's kind of weird. First, this one deals 665 myth damage to however many targets you choose, up to 4. Then it puts 30% universal trap on the target per helpful wards. Those being absorbs, shields, etc. And you can do up to 5 of those. Woo! Not too bad, I guess, for 6 pips. Charlie. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Scorpion is so hard to pass this up because it's gorgeous. And, well, they got Heatmander, which is a new one as well. Scorpion is Weaving rank 3, and you need Scorpion and Phoenix to be able to weave this one. First, it does 535 fire damage, then 210 heal over time, over 4 rounds per helpful ward on the target. So if they have a shield or an absorb, you get a heal over time. Ooh, you can get up to 3 of those. That's pretty sweet. Plus, the spell is just gorgeous. And Heatmander Weaving rank 2. First it does 375 balance over time, then it does 375 fire over time, both over 4 rounds. And that was 5 pips, and Scorpion is 4 pips, so that's kind of cool. Fire is definitely a bonus. Next. Ooh, Oasis Amplify. Because of the fact that Life likes to do these positive auras, so let's check it out. It'd be Weaving rank 3, and this one does 30% outgoing life damage, and I'm guessing that puts a actually no, I think it's just a converting balance damage to life damage for 4 rounds. That's insane. So it also, does that also boost using this one? I'm not 100% sure, but it's awesome. I hope these all of these positive auras, I hope they all have their own like color, but I'm kind of thinking they might just be yellow. Foliage Farago. Okay, it's Leaf Storm. It's a 6 pip Leaf Storm. I know currently you can only get it from the pet, but the pet can pretty easily be hatched in the kiosk, so I would definitely say no on this one. And you need Seraph and Windstorm to be able to weave this together. Now, I was wrong about the treasure cards. I was told that other than learning the spell, if you have an item card of any of these, you can use it to weave them together. You don't have to only learn the spell. This one does 615 life damage to whichever targets you choose, up to 4, or it deals 850 if there's an overtime on the target and you, the caster, have a heal over time. So it's that whole balance thing. If they have a dot and you have a hot, then they get a lot more damage. However, I think that only applies to the one enemy that also has an overtime. So if you use something that puts an overtime on everybody, bonus. Just saying you did a reindeer night or deer night and then this, that would be a lot of damage. However, this is portioned out between however many you hit. Surge! I don't know, Surge might have been more fitting for the Sarge attitude. Just saying. Anyhow, Dust Blade. First, this one gives a convert balance damage to Storm. Then it gives 2 Storm Blades. Okay, 35% each. And then Lightning Locusts. This one is 480 storm damage. Then Universal Trap on the target, 55%. If I have an overtime. The caster has an overtime. Cool. And it's only 3 pips. 3 pips to do 480 damage without even considering the conditional. That's pretty nice. Much better than Storm Shark. But you do have to weave this one. And finally, Death. Yeah, sorry. That's a no. Even if it was freaking awesome, that's a no. Death Scuddler, hello. It's the Death Beetle. It's already in existence. Lame. Anyhow, Drought Attenuate. Plus 35% incoming death damage. This is a negative aura, by the way. And it converts the incoming balance damage, I'm guessing, to death damage. Either that or it puts one convert balance into death damage, but it does say over 4 rounds, so I don't think that's what it is. If so, it would say plus 35% incoming death damage for 4 rounds, then convert balance damage to death damage. So I think the converting balance damage to death damage is part of that negative aura, which that is totally new, having a convert aura. Wow, it's really cool. That's totally new for the game to have a convert as an aura, because it's definitely a negative aura. Just be careful you don't use that on a death creature. I don't know why you would, but I'm just saying. And then Death Scuddler, weaving rank 3. This one you need a Banshee and Scarab to weave it together. First, this one deals 330 death damage. This one's 3 pips, by the way. Then, if they have a positive charm on them, they get a minus 35% weakness for their own school. Up to 2 of those. So that's pretty nice, because 35 is kind of the standard blade. Unless you're Storm, then it's 30. So just saying, if you're using it on this, first it does some death damage, and then if they're Storm and they have blades, so of course they would, it'll put on 2 minus 35% Storm. Wow, pretty nice. I mean, that's just for an example. It puts on whatever school the target is. Weakness, because you know it's death. Death loves weakness. Death makes you weak. Those are interesting, but that's a no. This one is pretty cool, and it's only rank 2 to learn that one. Yeah, no, I'm not interested in those. That's fine. No, not interested in the life one either for my balance. It'll be so hard to pass up fire. So hard, which I kind of feel bad, because I do believe it was Death that had 2 really good ones for fire as well. I was trying to learn a different one on each one of my schools, but I don't think that's going to happen because nobody likes ice ones. And then you have this entirely brand new spell. I've seen the animation for it. It's pretty awesome. And ice, I apologize, but no.